it's as much nighttime as this wacky disco room makes it feel like it is. Because this is basically Bible study o'clock, like why are we even awake? But that's okay, we're here to play a game I'm developing called Use Your Words! And so I'm co-developing the game with my buddy Julian Spillane, who's backstage. Give it up for him! As well as Derek Gallant, who's our head programmer right now. He's back there as well, so if you can just give him a round of applause. This game is in development, which means some parts are close to done, some parts are super not, and there's some parts that are missing that you don't get to see today. But it's, you know, we're making it, we wanted to show it to you. We're going to do it kind of like a game show. That said, do you have a question, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A little quick Q&A, yes?
No, are there any parts of the game that will cause it to set on fire?
Are there any parts of the game that will cause
it to set on fire?
We've gotten rid of that bug. Luckily, we're insured. That said, if you are easily offended, we are probably going to have a full range of styles of play today. So if four-letter words bug you, or if adult concepts or themes bug you, goodbye. Anyway, let's bring out our guests who are going to actually play the game today. First off, oh God, I don't want to forget any of them. I'm like Donald Trump with his like vice president's name. All right, you may not know this guy's name, but you've definitely heard his music. Please welcome Skitch to the stage.
Yeah! Come on down!
You may recognize her from her involvement with Super Best Friends Play. She's also a Periscope star in her own right. Please welcome Paige, aka Peach Saliva. If you've played any of the Angry Video Game Nerd games, you have witnessed this man's handiwork. He is Screw Attack's game producer. Please welcome Austin Harper. Also from Screw Attack, the creator of Death Battle and also an all-around awesome guy. Please welcome Ben Singer. And last but most beast, you know him from Channel Awesome as well as Radio Dead Air. Please welcome to the stage, Dash.
Yeah!
Played on a screen, or in this case a projector, but you use a wireless device to play. You can use a phone, you can use an iPad, you can use anything with a browser. These guests are going to be playing today, they're going to be watching. It's kind of like a game show, because whoever wins the most points will actually win the game show. And the grand prize is, I don't know, a kiss from Ben.
What if I win?
It'll just be like every other day. Just practicing in the mirror.
Okay, it's getting a little less expensive.
Yeah. Do we have to modify your
this from you, Brent?
Well, that's a great question. And we'll talk about it later. So, for the time being, the room code is behind you. You guys already have the website. And you guys are obviously in spectator mode at the moment, so just hang out. The game is called Use Your Words because you're constantly using words to fill in blanks and try to make the funniest answer from your own brain, as opposed to a game like Card Against Humanity where you're waiting for the best card. The idea here is that it's about your sense of humor. But you can also use the punt button if you can't think of anything. There are house answers hidden in the answer reveals, and if you vote for a house answer, you will lose points instead of gaining points. If somebody votes for your answer because they like it the best, you'll gain points. It'll all make sense soon. All right, I think we're ready to play. Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Here we go. Let's give this a shot. And we can also pull up the audio. You guys are going to see a subtitled film clip. Oh, we've got a sixth, a mystery sixth. Okay. So, you don't know who that is, but don't screw it up. I see children coming in. This will be a little bit adult, just so you know. I hope you're cool enough. All right, here we go. Watch this subtitle. You're going to fill in the missing subtitle. It's going to show one more time. All right, now they've got, we've got an inactive user. All right, cool, jumped out. So, that said, this first round, they're going to be figuring out, tinkering what their answer is. You're trying to make the funniest one, or if you can't think of anything, you can punt. And punting assigns you a house answer that you can ride to victory or defeat. Now, once we've done this first round, I'll be actually asking you what you would have done for the various prompts. So don't forget, the old man goes, I nearly punched that vociferous old woman. And the lady laughs at him and then pulls whatever, she pulls some plate off the thing. So, later, after this first round, while they're tinkering with the next one, I'll be asking you what you would write. So you're sort of playing cool. So, anyway, some of you are in great cosplay right now, and it's 12:30. That requires, how early did you have to get up to make that Harley Quinn? It's amazing. 8:30 on a Saturday for a convention?
Yeah.
Unheard of. Zootopia, I think. Yes, nailing it. Awesome. Looks like we're just about out of Tinkertown. All right. All right, now they're going to vote for their favorites, and we're going to see who got points. Now in this game, if your answer doesn't get any points, it doesn't mention that. It just doesn't say your name again, so you don't have that pinch of like seeing your name in kind of like a you messed up kind of way. That way, if you write something that you're not super proud of, it only says that you wrote it if somebody corroborates it. All right, so Sketch, what you're going to do, this is a teachable moment. If you reload the Words Game website, and then put in the room code, which is at the top left, or top right rather, it will let you back in and then it'll ask who you are, or if you're a new user. It doesn't seem like much, but making it like let you back into the game is a huge freaking hurdle in the development. So, super proud of that. It doesn't look like much now, but holy crap. Spent a year like going, oh, somebody's inactive? Well, you gotta start the entire game over. Game ruined.
Not letting me back in.
Okay, well, let me fiddle with your phone in the most entertaining thing I've ever done on a stage ever. Okay, so it looks like we've got, hey Julian, if you can hear me, we've got a notification that says the room has reached maximum users. Okay, now we've got a hey listen. Great. Hey listen's new. I was wondering if this was gonna happen. Look to your left and look to your right. Anybody fiddling on their phone, smack it out of their hand and punch them. I'm just kidding, we don't punch. We just
They're gone.
All right. Oh.
You know you're laughing right now, but you should have seen Double Dare's beta face.
Oh man, I can't imagine. Julian, I'm looking over the shoulder of Sketch here, and it says the room has reached the maximum number of active users. And I'm wondering who Fejaiozino is, because you are going to find it, whoever the fuck you are. Okay, going over to the Julian now. Okay, so look, here's the deal. If you want to be a troll, whoever Hey Listen and Fejaiozino is, you can. And wait. Yeah, okay, great. So thank you for dropping out. We love you. Sketch, you're back in. Great. So we're gonna continue. Thank you for cooperating. Here we go. Here's what got votes. Oh wait, are we still voting now? Okay. Thanks for bearing with us. Game in development. And Fejaiozino. Oh, he's still there. That's strange. Okay. So I'm wondering what to do. So Sketch, you're still voting?
Wasn't sure me what to vote on, so.
Okay, I wonder if this is just a matter of like when you jump back in. Here, maybe I'm gonna check with the man behind the curtain, aka the Wizard. Okay, I've got great news. We had a great test round. That was practice. So look, Canadians, I can't force you to do anything like stop eating poutine, but I can ask, if you're not up on stage, it would be super great if you wouldn't join just because we weren't prepared for that and it could mess us up. If you want to be pricks and hold up the game for an hour, you can, but then you'll have to live with yourself. So please don't. We super appreciate it. Okay, so now we're gonna hop back into the game. Just, you know, we're kind of going for like a classic illustrated Americana feel in the design of the game. We're going for like, okay, backstage, got it. Ah, see, backstage is good because they're on my team. Woo, great, wonderful. Well, we got a Nash. All we need is a band.
Here it comes.
All right! All right, here's your next subtitle prompt.
И тут пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да.
Are you
И тут
serious?
пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да.
All right, that's from a Soviet version of Winnie the Pooh. As I said, I am going to take your suggestions for what the I nearly punched that vociferous old woman subtitle would be. Does anybody have an idea what they would have written? No? Yell it out!
This is why Superman walks alone.
Nice! You are funny. You should play this game. All right, you sir.
Did you get her wallet?
Did you get a wallet? Wonderful. All right. Yes.
Were you practicing your Falcon Punch?
Were you practicing your Falcon Punch? He does kind of look like. No, he doesn't. Anyway. Yes.
Please stop hitting Grandma.
Please stop hitting Grandma. Good advice in any situation. Yes.
Hurry, we need to meet with Disney's copyright lawyers again.
Oh, well done. Yes. Chris.
I'm only okay with this because she hit you first.
All right.
Oh.
Ethically ambiguous. I like it. With the yes. Yeah.
Granddad, remember, your meds are beside the toothbrush.
Well played. So like the thing is, what we're doing now is the game. It's just coming up with an answer where you have, you know, up to 90 seconds to figure it out. And, okay, here we go.
Пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да. И тут пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да. И тут пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да. Неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да. Неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да. И тут пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да. Неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле. Да.
All right, they're going to choose their favorite. Now, if they pick a house answer, they lose points. And if you press the punt buttons, you can't think of anything. You get to use your own house answer. You're going to see how that works here in a second. So we're thinking, we're being strategic, we're judging, we're being judgmental. All right.
Пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле.
Quick hit the loop. That got at least one vote. And points to Ben. All right, Ben's on the board.
Пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле.
Oven on in your head. Well played. One vote for Paige.
И тут пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле.
I have bad news for you. That was the house answer. Oh, points.
Неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле.
Back to the orgy. Points are backstage.
И тут пух неожиданно вспомнил об одном важном деле.
Christopher's parents are delicious.
Hey.
One for Stitch. Two for Stitch.
Whoa!
All right, total score is Stitch gets on top. A pretty good spread. This game is called Extra Extra. Basically, you're going to see an image. This is an image you're going to attach a headline to. It can be clickbait, it can be a listicle, it can be an old-timey newspaper headline, but you're writing the headline for this image. Give it some thought. Now, while I got you guys, just then, who remembered something very important? What was it? What did he say after that? You guys didn't think that through? In the back of the red shirt.
I'm Ethiopian of the Mathis.
Because it's Soviet. Well done. Yes, it's actually called Vinny Pooch. That's what it's called. I'm not kidding. On the aisle, yes.
Shit, that's where you left Grandma's ashes.
Wow. You guys are naturals. This way, be sure.
We have to go clean out the gulags again.
We have to go clean the gulags again. That is what Pooh does in Soviet. Oh, bravo. Front row.
Come on, I'll show you why they call me Pooh.
I'll show you why they call me Pooh. There's got to be a reason. All right, we're just coming around to the end of Tinkertown. Let's see in a moment what they wrote. Filthy people standing here unrelated building.
It's all butts!
All right, now they're gonna go to the big. That's a pretty good round. Give it up for these guys. I think we might have some fun mofos on this panel, for sure. I had a good feeling about these guys. So yeah, if you notice, we're doing different time periods throughout the mini games. This one's kind of a turn of the century, like early 20th century sort of thing, and the music's gonna match that. All right, so who got votes? Can't believe I got the whole thing inside it. Wait for it. 1 vote to Skitch, all right. 2 votes to Skitch. And Scatward, you guys horribly right. Oh, Paige coming in with 2 votes. Filthy people standing here unrelated to everything. Wait for it. Oh! So, we got some punts or some house dances of some kind. Things happen. We got Skitch in the lead. Nash in the negatives, that's gotta hurt. This is called Blank-O-Matic. It is a lot like Cards Against Humanity, except you fill in the blank yourself. So, yes we can was a much better slogan for Obama than the first draft, which was flawed. You guys figured that out. And meanwhile, what would you guys have put for the headline on the poop stove? Yes?
Medieval bong excavated.
Medieval bong excavating. Everything was bigger back in those days. It took a lot of weed to get you high in the Middle Ages. Yes.
Rocket accident kills 2.
Rocket accident kills 2. All right, front row.
He built a pneumatic penis. You won't believe what happens next.
He built a pneumatic penis. You won't believe what happens next. on poopworthy.com. All right, green shirt.
The world's literally first ass blaster.
The world's literally first ass blaster. Anyway. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm sorry before I say this, but the new original Jew recycling machine.
I have Jewish. You're half Jewish. And I'm half shocked. Okay, we're fine.
Your joke was bad and you should feel it.
No, I believe in you. That took bravery and other ingredients as well. All right, here we go. Here comes the answers for the other version, the first draft of Yes We Can. Can we maybe? His first slogan was, can your weed? Or 8 inches, 8 years, 1 man. Yes, I'm devastatingly attractive. Should have stuck with that one. Wow. Topical.
Okay, that one's funny.
All hell and new shapes and reptilian overlords.
Oh, hell.
All right, now we're gonna vote. This is a gray board, which means it's sort of a storyboard version of what this will eventually look like. We're going for kind of a late 60s, back when they had reel-to-reel hard drives, and you know, all the futuristic movies had these big, tall things like in the back. They spun around, that's how you got data off things back in the day. And it's gonna be colorful, kind of that like burnt orange and wood grain, kind of ugly, beautiful, kind of late 60s, early 70s look. Yes, I'm devastatingly attractive. It's points for Paige. Yes, well done. All I gotta do is shake 50 reptilian overlords. Points go to Backstage with 1. All right. Can your we? Very clever. And
I didn't deserve that.
here's one man. Who's it gonna be? Skitch, man, Skitch is a pretty good lead, y'all. I'm loving it. That was the house answer. Who lost points? Backstage and Ben. Bummer. All right. I believe in you, Austin. Hey, give it up for Austin replacing Chad James from Screw Attack at the last minute. All right, here's the next subtitle thing. He says, my grandson. Guys, watch one more time.
That's one, two.
All right. Any thoughts on the Obama's first draft for Yes We Can?
No, it's fucked.
No, it's fine. Hold on. Yes, ma'am?
We'll sure as fuck try.
We'll sure as fuck try. Yes, sir.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. I think that was Mitt Romney's slogan. Yes.
Make America black again.
Make America black again. Moving on. These two kids back here are like pushing each other down. Okay, the one of you that didn't speak last time, I think this one on the right of me. One more time. Okay, that's a thing you can say. All right. In the red shirt.
Obama or Romney, who would win a death battle?
Obama or Romney, who would win a death battle? Clever. Scout. What? Yeah, that's probably better than he went with Yes We Can. I think we're just getting out of Tinkerville here. I have a feeling, coming to the end. This is actually a cha-cha version of Hooray for Hollywood. Dun, dun. A song none of you remember because you were all twinkles in your father's pants when that song was a thing everybody knew. Your children, your babies, and I'm an
I
old
know that
man.
song.
Yep, that's how the world works. All right, so, okay, can we get...
He had to get back in.
Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, so Nash is gonna come up with something brilliant. Here we go. Nice.
That's one, two.
Next time.
That's one, two.
My nudes. Oh, looks like a double house answer. That's a clue.
That's one, two.
Whoa! My goodness.
That's one, two.
Maybe the people are just having the same idea. All right then.
That's one, two.
What's more than?
That's one, two.
His so many nudes to go around. Such a naked, like they're looking at their phones and like 4 things in a row have the word nudes. Many, many nudes. I believe my nudes was a house answer, but I noticed like I got good posture all of a sudden.
Yeah.
With this guy with the camera. Hi. I have a 6th sense for cameras. Here we go.
Here we go.
I knew those nudes would pay off. Points to Skitch. Coming in strong. And we sell our kids on Craigslist next time. Points to Nash. All right. 2 votes for Nash.
That's one, two.
Just for being slightly different. And Austin's on the board. 2 votes. 3 votes. All right. We got a good spread going. All right. Time for an extra now. Does anybody know when they would rip off?
Here's the check. Leave him on the doorstop.
Here's the check. Leave him on the doorstop?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I wasn't sure I heard you right. In the back with a head like mine.
No, that's a photograph, see?
No, that's a photograph, see? Not your grandson. It's funny. All right, yes, sir.
My nudes!
My nudes! Going variations on a theme. Yeah, Chris.
No, that's my grandson. This one's yours.
No, that's my grandson. This one's yours. Yes.
I should have just gone to Walmart.
I should have just gone to Walmart. Isn't that Taylor's oldest time, really? Yes, in the hat.
Here's the ultrasound.
Here's the ultrasound. Oh, what? Yes.
Blastoise, no trade backs.
Blastoise, no trade backs. That's the kind of outside-the-box thinking makes great players in this game. You can also be strategic. If you like to punt, as you can see, people have gotten points for punting thus far. I love this picture. Okay, please take him over there. Last week's baby storm of the nonsense over the Ambler reunites Alien baby returns to this man her man raptures child, God reportedly pleased. You have to go your phone home, kid. All right, we're gonna pick a favorite. That was a pretty solid round, I gotta say. This game will be available on the Wii U, Apple TV, PS4, Xbox One, which we recently found out, and Steam. Am I forgetting anything? And maybe some others too, but those are the ones we're talking about right now. We're looking at a price point of $15. We're trying to have, oh, here we go. Home Planet YouTube points to Nash.
Nice.
Man hurls ugly infant in the stratosphere. Points to Paige. Looking strong. Okay, last week's baby storm. Gosh, so good. Oh, Austin. And Raptor got reportedly pleased. Points to Backstage with 2 votes. Thank you, back. Oh, 3 votes for Backstage. Almost like a house answer. All right, good round. All right, this is Blank-O-Matic. You guys know the drill. Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Blank. Can I tell you, I find Christmas-themed prompts to be some of the funniest, because I think what I've learned playing this game is that Christmas is just funny. It's so dumb. Not the religious part, that's dumb in a different way. It's more like the stuff we do around it, and like, it's like the Santa Claus thing is this weird collective myth thing. Oh, I lost you with that. Oh, okay. Good. That's okay. I'm just kidding. Probably diarrhea. That's my guess. Anyway, Christmas. It's weird, right? I love, for this reason, making fun of it. Anyway, clearly some of you like it, so I'm going to get on this Christmas thing. What would you have written for the man hurling or possibly tossing the baby? Yes, ma'am.
Blind beach volleyball goes horribly wrong.
Blind beach volleyball goes horribly wrong. Yes, right into the mic. Nice. That's what I would say if I was hurling a baby into the sky. Yes, sir.
Gravity disappears, all children gone.
Disappears, all children gone. Just a weird, like, satellite cloud of them just around the earth. Aliens going, what is that? It's a bunch of babies. They look very upset. Yes, with the ears.
She ascends.
She ascends. Nice. Scout.
Don't worry, I'll catch you. Famous last words.
Don't worry, I'll catch you. Famous last words. Striped shirt.
Helium-powered baby, still in testing.
Helium-powered baby still in testing. That's good. That's good. Okay, I think we're rounding the bend here. This tune actually. Okay, here we go. And all through the house, Santa was drunk after hitting the house. It's the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Backstage was awesome and likely soused. Believe that.
I wonder who made that.
Yes. I saw Mama kissing Santa. Dad's pissed. Before Christmas, and all through the house. Nada, zip, zip, focus. Towards the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Your parents were fucking. You caught them. Now you're traumatized. because I finally obeyed the voices and killed. How the creature was stirring thanks to the mustard gas. Did you see what I mean about making fun of Christmas? It's so festive. Yeah, we're gonna vote for our favorite. Okay, now the creature was stirring because I finally obeyed the voices and killed. Points to Nash with one vote. All right.
Have issues.
Not a zilch focus. That is a house answer. Points away from Ben. Bummer. But to Austin for punting. Your parents are fucking you got them, now you're traumatized. Return to the Merry Christmas. Points to Paige with 2 votes. Can it be 3? 3 votes. Oh man. Paige. Paige with a mini sweep. Look at that. Okay, we got 3 rounds left. Before we're done, we're going to switch to Q&A mode. I'm going to show one more time. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to just double check something. So, guys, this is the last. Okay, what would you have written for What's the Night Before Christmas and All Through the House? And if you haven't actually provided an answer yet, I'm probably going to focus on you, so it's not the same people every time. Yes? An inferno is raging and fricassee the mouse. Well played. I like it, and it rhymes. It's just harder to do than not rhyming. Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. And All Through the House.
Bees?
Bees.
Oh my God! More bees!
Playing this game after a while, you really do sort of trade Pokemon with the people playing it. You have certain trump cards. Bees, period, is like one of those that just almost works.
It's better than a question mark.
It's a question.
Bees?
I will tell you, John Cena is a bit of a trump card.
Oh, God.
Well, there's a couple others, but anyway. In the back, hit me.
Santa's news.
Santa's news! Throwback, very nice. Oh wait, we're just getting out of Tinkertown, so let's pull it back in, see what was written for this. Very dark group indeed. Now what I want you guys to notice is that this game is actually not terribly filthy on its own. It is exactly as witty or punny or filthy as you. We're also going to have a family mode, so if you want to play kind of mixed company Thanksgiving dinner kind of.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Store my shit, notice it is empty. Points 2, backstage. Oh, honey, another chamber pot. Points 2.
Yeah.
Nash. All right. Points 2. Austin. All right. 2 votes for Austin. So many points. Points 2. Skip. 1, 2. All right.
Skip, what the fuck, man? You were right.
2 rounds left.
The boy ain't right.
I love this picture so much. And not to like give away what they're gonna write, but like, how is this happening? Like, you were right there, bro. It was your hand. Anyway, forget it. All right. But yeah, just to finish that thought earlier, there'll be a family mode that will get rid of any controversial prompts or ones that are kind of inherently adult, also irreverently religious. You've got a fill in the blank that is like the God of the Old Testament had many names, the weirdest of which being blank. And just because you don't want to rile up grandma when you're playing family mode, but get rid of all of those. So when you're playing family mode, it's all, I mean, you're still as filthy as you want to be, but it's on you. And that probably gets rid of maybe 10% of our prompts, so it's not like the game is missing anything per se when you play that mode. It's just a way to make it a little bit more flexible if you want to play it in that environment and turn up the wit and the puns. So, what would you guys have written for the big container? Yes. You drank all that semen? Impressive. Yes?
Oh, are we having fetus soup again tonight?
Oh, are we having fetus soup again tonight? Tonight I dine on fetus soup. Shredder. In the hat.
So that's where you hid my porn.
So that's where you hid my porn. Good. All right, we're coming around, about to exit Tinkertown. Here we go. Tinkertown is the town you're in when you're tinkering on an answer. Just in case you guys didn't catch that. I'm sure you did. Soon.
There's a theme here.
That's amazing. Smart. Oh man! It is a running theme. Calamity.
Well, it seems
All
like
right.
these answers
So much like categories, this game you benefit from having sort of a unique point of view. Because sometimes everyone has the same idea. We're trying to make sure that the prompts actually are such that doesn't happen very often. So as much as I love this picture, we may playtest this enough and realize everybody's making Thai food jokes. Let's cut it because there's some prompts that everybody has a different thought. Those are the ones you kind of want to hang on to make play a little bit more fun. Okay, so Miss Here's Thai food, Calamity it seems. I like local idiot. Points to backstage. Backstage, you know you can't win. Superman takes Thai food too literally. Points to stage, all right. Soon I'll be. Points to sketch. Oh man, Paige to sketch so close. Novel alternative to voting in 2016. I would have voted for that one. I love that. Nash, all right. Well played. Oh, Nash. Catch We are looking at a three-way game. It still technically is anybody's game, but we're looking at a three-way race. At this point, the German word for romantic. Now remember, this is game points for the time being. This is the final round. So you can write strategically, you can try to disguise your writing style if you wish. You can also, this would be an interesting time to punt. But keep in mind, whichever one you vote for may be the one that you don't, like it may be the one that you want to vote for in order to avoid giving points to another one. It is the final round. Anybody have ideas for the Thai food guy? Yes, red shirt.
It's just like the gypsy lady foretold.
It's just like the gypsy lady foretold. Amazing, yes.
Oh shit, that's not the flashlight.
Oh shit, that's a We'll talk later. Yes.
Local man autoerotic asphyxiates while grinding the meat.
Local man autoerotically asphyxiates while grinding the meat. Murder, suicide, and bunker. German word for romantic evening is vodka. Lots and lots of vodka.
That's English.
Scheisse. Yeah, it's true. German word for romantic evening is not German word for romantic evening is fucking candles and shits. Romantic evening, non-existent. Oh, sorry, Germany. Would you stroll my noodle? Okay.
Just you saying that is great.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a winner in a moment. Going to dismiss our lovely guest. At that point, we'll go to Q&A mode with me and two of the other guys in the creative team. But first, we gotta see who wins. Fucking candles and shits. Points to Paige. Oh Peter. Would you struggle my noodle? Points two. Austin. All right, well played. Scheisse. Points two. Backstage. All right, it's tense. Knocking Booten. That is a house answer. Who lost points? Oh, that hurts. Chromatic eating is non-existent. Oh, it's mean and it's coming up with some points. Here we go. Who is it? Nash back on the board. Oh! We don't currently have any kind of tiebreak mechanism, so give it up.
Fight!
No. Settle it in Smash.
Settle it in knocking booten.
I think we're going to give it to both of you, so please give it up for our winners, Paige and Nash. But also keep it going for the rest of our lovely guests. They were amazing. You were hilarious. I really mean that. I'm so glad you all joined us. You can stick around if you want to. We're going to switch to Q&A mode now, so feel free to stick or feel free to flick, whatever you want to do. I'm not sure flick means sleep, but it rhymes. Anyway, so well done, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you around. Okay, so Julian and Derek, if you want to come out onto the stage, we'll do a little bit of Q&A for the game. Okay, so if we could just fade the music down, AV. Okay, might happen eventually. Okay, so at this point, I welcome to the stage Gallant. All right, this is Derek Gallant, our head programmer. Give it up for this guy. So much of what you see goes smoothly today is because of his tireless work on the code, which I don't even understand. All right. Oh, when diarrhea strikes. All right, there they go. Okay. And Julian's also, he's still in backstage. Yes, this is sort of we're sort of going for a pastiche here of a blank projector screen. It's kind of our, I'm just kidding, this isn't the game. All right, so you've got questions about the game. We've got answers. Yes, sir.
I need it. When's it coming out?
That's a good question. We're targeting Q4 2016, so latest Christmas, hopefully a little earlier.
Awesome.
And real quick, is it possible to get these two mics hot? Okay, we'll figure that out. Great. Other question? Yes, ma'am.
You have a very unique and interesting art style going on with the game. How did you come to decide to do like an old-timey feel?
That's a great question. So I think the truth is that I really like games that can capture a bygone era. I love how BioShock kind of, even though that was an era that didn't actually exist, they encapsulated it in a look that's very iconic. They did the same thing with BioShock Infinite. There was never a time that, the good old days of Americana, but they captured it. So I was really attracted to the idea of a bygone era, and at first we thought we'd do it all 60s, but then it's like, what if we just kind of made it a tour of, those styles, but each one is kind of an illustrated, almost brochure-looking style. And I mean, we're feeling it out as we go, but there's something about presenting little products, and each minigame is a little product from bygone era that's just kind of fun. And frankly, it gives us a distinct look and a feel, and some similar games in this style kind of are loosey-goosey with the style where they're just, Cards Against Humanity is great, but it's very minimalistic. We're hoping to make a game where if you see any screenshot from the game, you'll go, oh, that's use your words, because of the consistency of that pastiche style. Thanks so much for the question. Yes?
Where do you get your pictures from?
Where are you getting pictures from? Currently, we are using dreamstime.com, which is a stock photo library. It's got 48 million photos. So I've spent probably like 40 hours of my life over the past 2 months just kind of sitting there and putting in search terms like weird Santa, sexy Santa, sexual Santa, nipples Santa. You'd be surprised. There's a Santa with no shirt just going. Yeah, that's, well, we might be using some other stock photo sites depending on.
And we've had to reject so many and throw out so many photos. Brent's spent like hours, I don't even know how much time he spent now, days, pure days collecting photos, and we have to comb through them. It's a laborious process. We try to write prompts to see if we can do it ourselves. It gets real hard to start coming up with comedy on like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images. So.
Yeah, I mean, the balance is, it's one thing if you laugh when you see the picture, that's great. But sometimes if you laugh at seeing the picture's doing all the work and you have nothing to add. But it's like that perfect balance of, they don't realize in the picture that they're funny and you get to lampoon them. The exception being the guy with the tie, because that's just, I don't know if I'm ready to cut that one, because it just makes me laugh. It's so earnest and like, ah! Sorry, I'm giggling like a grandpa. Yes, sir.
Were you ever influenced by like the Jackbox games at all? Because they're kind of similar in the same way, but like, did that like discourage anything?
No, here's how it worked. So since I was in basically college, like there was a game called Quip It back in college. It was a DVD-based game. It was kind of along these lines, but the prompts were really loosey-goosey. There were so many mini games that none of them were good. They spread themselves too thin. But I always wanted to make like a better version with better content and a couple mechanics that weren't in that one. I wanted to improve upon that basic idea. Also games like Balderdash, games that rely on your creativity. And so I played the Jackbox games at MagFest 2015, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, playing Fibbage made me go, oh shit, that idea for a game I had, I know how to do it now. So as far as the technology, absolutely there's influence there. But it's sort of a common misconception that we were influenced by Quiplash, but the concept, we sort of had our game design concept in mind and in hand before Quiplash came out. That did give us some direction as far as what not to do, but it came after, they announced Quiplash after we started to work.
We had a prototype going and we were playing around with it. I think Brent just sent me a message just like, fuck. But it's actually reassuring because like, we like to, I've been in the games industry for over a decade now, and one of the things, game developers really aren't competitive with one another. Like we tend to, a rising tide lifts all ships, as the expression goes, and for us it's like, if they're successful doing something, we're doing something similar, but like with very different content, very different approach, and kind of more of that improvisational style. So it's kind of like two platformers, Mario and Sonic are both platformers, but they're very different while they're similar, right? So it's just kind of the approach we're taking. Plus, it's you build on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is kind of what I was talking about too with the art style. Is that the Jackbox games, they are super fun, but I would say that we're just going for something a little bit more specific and consistent. And so that when we add on to it, if we have a new mini game for DLC later, the art style is already in place, so it all fits kind of, and it's all of a piece. We've also got an 80s looking mini game called Book It that's still in development, where you'll get to actually get imagine a blank Goosebumps book cover, and you get to write the title and then it shows the title, but we're kind of thinking of like an 80s Lisa Frank, Miami Vice, new wave music kind of feel for that one. And then also there's a final round called Survey Says, which is in the style of 70s Family Feud, and it's like rapid fire lightning round answers. And so we're covering a lot of decades of Americana, and who knows, maybe by the time it's time for DLC, we'll just do 90s, or I don't even know.
And that is something to note on. We are launching the game with 5 minigames, and then we're planning on supporting it with additional content, new minigames via DLC. Like, as long as there's interest, we're going to be making stuff for it.
Yes, so as long as you buy it, and then show your friends and they buy it, you're going to get all kinds of DLC. Yes, on the aisle.
On that note of DLC, if this does well, would you consider doing something similar to what Cards Against Humanity did, theme packs?
Yes.
Definitely. We've been talking about that for a while.
We've thought about doing a gamer pack where we have like lots of references to classic games, as well as what I'd like to do. We can't promise this, but I think it would be so cool in the sub-the-title category to find a way to get clips from famous games, or clips that are very much like a game you played before, in the style of it, maybe an RPG cutscene. But now that's what you're adding a subtitle to, and it types out, or like the first thing in Zelda Link to the Past where Zelda's talking to you, but instead it types out something different. Now, can we promise that? Absolutely not. But it would be super fun. And we could also we have a lot of cool ideas, so the answer to your question is yes, absolutely. We just, we gotta wait till a certain level of success that sort of warrants the DLC.
And one of the biggest challenges we're doing with this, because this is a commercial product that's going to be released on a ton of platforms, our focus is making sure everything is above board and licensed and focused, and we're reaching, so we want to make sure that the content itself is locked up. So the game side of things, I don't even know if there's a precedent for that. That might, like, you know, imagine walking up to a publisher and being like, we want to license the video, a use of a video of a clip of your game.
Yeah,
We might be breaking ground here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that because there's no precedent, they'll be like, I guess so. Sign. Yeah, I'm sure that Nintendo of Japan will totally do that. It's always easy with them. Yes, Chris?
Suggestion for a DLC pack. Fill in the blank prompts using brentalfloss lyrics.
Whoa.
Oh, yes.
Maybe that'll be some kind of unlockable Easter egg or something.
Yeah,
We're trying to also, on the side, come up with fun ways to make it where, like, if you enter a certain answer or do things in a certain sequence, there's little Easter eggs hidden throughout. They may not all be there.
I've seen Jackbox do that, so yeah, that's
yeah,
a good idea.
totally. Yes?
Is there a possibility for cross-platform play and on console, perhaps?
So cross-platform is kind of weird because the only multiplayer is on your phone. So one of the things you could do, say you were on a Twitch, hosting a Twitch stream. You could stream it with the room code, and then people from across the world can use their phones to join because it's web-based. So you could be playing with people from Germany, people from Australia, and all of you hosting the game. So it is inherently cross-play because all the console acts is where the game's hosted and displayed, but the actual multiplayer interaction is done through WebSockets. So.
All right, yes?
So you make songs based off video games, but do you consider making a song based off your game?
Honestly, I've thought about this. I think no. I think that I may end up doing an original theme in the game just to have one piece of music that I wrote. But I'd almost feel it more poetic to let somebody else do it and just hope it was good. But yeah, I think there's something very like that. To make lyrics to a song from my own game feels like if you hooked up a machine so that your farts went directly into your face, to just sniff them and love them. So
just like sing the theme song to the game.
We'll see. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying anything. Yes. Oh, 5 minutes. Thank you. All right. With the pointing up in the back.
I was wondering about Chromecast support with this as well.
Great question.
Maybe. I never looked into it. I know the SDK is not terribly bad, but maybe.
I mean, I think I would say, shooting from the hip, that if the game explodes and and like people really want it on more platforms than we launch with, I think that would be the impetus more than just.
Economics are going to dictate a lot of those decisions because we're already porting to a lot of platforms, a lot more than, we're a 4-man team at this point, so we're trying to keep it reined in so we don't go over scope and start promising the moon. We want to be one of those Kickstarters that delivers in, the time that they say they're going to deliver. So that's
Yes. Better than you imagined, faster than you imagined.
Yeah.
KG and a few may.
No, you
should have had that.
If we had that big of a budget, I can imagine going crazy and fucking everything up too. Okay, front row.
We should consider adding something like how they're in, say, like the Jackbox games, there's like the audience kind of thing, where other people join in with the same room code and they can influence how the game goes.
Yeah, we've planned that out actually. We're still trying to figure out how it'll work logistically, but the idea of spectating is definitely something we want to have, like, maybe not Mario Party style, but just audience awards. So we've talked about an idea where maybe audiences could assign, instead of assigning like what they're voting for, they assign an emoji, like from a list of emojis to each answer. So they could be like, this was the most offensive answer. This was the, the least funny and things like that, like according to the audience. And
most handsome player.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Most use of vowels. Mix it up, make it
fun. Things like that.
Yeah. We've got time. I want to. There's a panel right after this, correct? Heather? There's a panel right after this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we should be out of here by like 1:27, 1:28. So let's take one, maybe two more questions on the aisle in the back. Sorry, on the aisle in the back.
First of all, game looks amazing.
Thank you. We'll pass that on to the artist. I mean, sorry.
This is for you, Brent. Seeing as this is your first game, is there anything that you found really surprising that you didn't know initially going in?
Yes, the surprising thing for me is how how differently some people interpret the prompts than I expect them to, and also the ones that really work. I have like a track record of like 2 out of 3 I'm right about which ones are going to be good, but I'm always shocked to find out how completely wrong I was, especially the ones that I've written myself. And it's a very humbling experience to remember that everybody has blind spots, and that what's fun about the game is how different people have lots of different ideas for a good prompt, and it inspires a ton of very different answers. But it's shocking to find out how different everybody else's brain is from mine. So thanks for the question. Let's do one more, and then we'll clear out of here. And by the way, we're going, it might not be immediately, but soon after this, we're going back down to the show floor, and or the marketplace, hooking up a TV, and we're actually going to be, you're going to be able to walk up and play the game. So come play with us. But one more question while we're here. On the audience.
So I know that you're American, but you've done a lot of work on the project in Canada, right? I know you're going for like a very Americana theme style, but has Canadian culture influenced you at all?
Has Canadian culture influenced me? I will tell you, when I write prompts and house answers, and I've been in Canada for a while, particularly Toronto, they're a little bit more flippant towards conservative values. And then I go back and play it in the States and go, oh yeah, we gotta tone this down, we gotta tone this down. so that's the main thing that I find, but you know, I'm sure that eventually there will be some Canadian humor in it. I feel like, you know, I've got a Canadian aunt, and I feel like I'm honorarily Canadian. I've spent a lot of time here. Anyway, we've got to wrap it up. We're getting to this thing, but guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. Starting around 2 p.m., feel free to come catch us in the marketplace to play yourself, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.